So it's raining, and it's raining pretty quick at times, and it's sprinkling a little. And why there are people still out here, I don't know. Usually, a little bit of moist comes out, and all these Californians go home. Not today, so to quote awesome YouTuber Paul Harrell, please bear with any gunfire you hear, because we're at the range today. So, got a new cool thing from my AR-15. I wanted to talk about it real quick. I'll roll in a couple of pictures here while I'm talking of the box and the deal. I shot a whole video about boxing it, and it's a magazine, and it's in a rectangular-ish box, so I don't really think that that's appropriate. Plus, I went on a 15-minute political. Suffice it to say, the stupid firearms laws that we have in California are unconstitutional and illegal. That's my take on it. If you disagree, you're wrong. You can change the channel now if you want. Anyway, nobody's watching this anyway. The gun videos get like 20 views each if they're lucky. But anyway, in California, we had no AR-15s, no AKs, and then they came out with the bullet. Some of us, there was a shroud that stuck out like twice as far on this, on the magazine release, and then there was a little sleeve that went in there to hold the magazine catch, and you can see that popping out there. And some of us, a couple of us, we went and got 1/4-inch bolts, cut the heads and the threads off, made that about twice as long as the little sleeve that went in the bullet button. We drilled the thing out in the center, and then we tapped it with a 1032 thread. Hacksaw to put a slot in it, and effectively the little Prince 50 button, the threads, the female threads did not stop at the end of the male threads on this part, the magazine catch. It stopped right flush with the little shroud sleeve that was there. What was the purpose of that? Well, we went and got 1032 cap screws, hex cap screws, and we did the same thing. We mounted them on our butt stocks, and at any given time we could unscrew that from the butt stock and screw it into the thing, and we have working magazine releases. Because these laws, they can't write them fast enough to get around people with a little bit of ingenuity, you know, people that have a clue and know how things work. So, was it legal to screw that thing in there? No, we never did. I mean, we tested it with the top off and all that stuff, because obviously it's illegal. You don't do it, right? But at any time we could pull that off and make that rifle functional again. So this is in that vein. When they outlawed that stuff, I disassembled this rifle. I haven't shot it in a year. I maybe more. It's been a while. It's been a long time. I don't know how long, but I haven't shot this gun in a while. It's been disassembled. Now we can put it back together. If it's got a fixed magazine, it can have all of the evil features. The collapsible butt stock, the thing on the front, the junk, the doodah, hidey ha ha ha, whatever idiot things that they want to cry about in our communist legislature today. So, what we've done is we got this cool new magazine. I'm going to show you how that works, or how it doesn't work. I don't know. I haven't used it yet. But basically, let's send that home, fire that. We're going to pop this pin. For those of you who don't know, you push these two pins out on these guns. I don't know if I can do it. You push these two pins out, and these guns completely come apart. That's how you disassemble a gun. Now, on this, the magazine goes in, and I'm probably using some muted footage from before to show you the plate on the side. But you screw this little screw in right here, and it pulls a little plate up into the side. And the purpose of that is it friction fits the magazine into the mag well, and now the magazine can't come out. And I don't care how hard you pull on that, and I have played with it quite a bit, it does not come out right now. So this is a fixed magazine gun. Now, here's the cool thing. I got to do this because we got on live range today. There's people here. You run this down and you hook it like that, and that brings the follower down and takes the spring tension off of the rounds or nothing that's in there. Then you open this, right, and you put it down. So what you don't have is the last round hold open. So forget about that. So let's take this down, open that door. Like I said, you're seeing this for the first time, just like I haven't done this yet. And then you put rounds in there, and they say keep the thing upright. I'm going to say at least like this. I don't want to fall down. It won't. Well, okay. Now, John, you're doing this left-handed. Are you doing that for the camera? No. I'm not. I'm blind in my right eye. I use all two-handed weapons, bows and arrows, pole arms, two-handed swords. I have no idea how many rounds it is. I should have counted instead of talked, huh? I use all that stuff left-handed, including rifles, so. Now that goes up. It doesn't go up all the way. There's still not a round in the chamber. Let's see. Yeah, I got my dot on. Let's... Yeah. And you can see that. What that is, there we go. This turns a dual feed, dual stack magazine, dual feed system. There's 2 feed ramps in these guns. It turns it into a single stack, single feed. 10 rounds. So I don't know how many are in there. I didn't count, but let's find out. Oh, malfunction. Yeah. It worked? Ish. It seemed to be the diving a little bit. So let's run it a little bit more and see. So no, I'm wrong. That does have the last round hold open, apparently. So let's take that magazine tension off of there, and that should have put this piece up. So the gun is going to hold itself open. So let's count rounds this time. 1, 2, 3 AR-15 rounds. Oh, well, that's right there is why they want you to not hold the thing sideways. Ah, screwed up. Oh boy. Alright. Now I will say this, you're kind of in a bind because you can't take a magazine. Right? And that is a shit way of that being, because that is open on that side, which it kind of has to be, but the rounds are laid in there like that. Let's do it this way. Well, there you go. This gun's not working now, period. There's one round down. The other one's stuck with me. Oh, it fell out. I'm kind of glad that happened because that is on to another point I wanted to make, and I don't care for this. Well, it seems like there's 3. Let's count instead of talk. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go. 10. So there's 10 rounds. Close that gate. Yep. There's 10 rounds. I have not put the magazine spring tension on it yet, but there it is now. So that is tight. Well, so kind of like the 20 rounders that are pinned that I got. Kind of like the 20 rounder pinned ones that I got. They only hold 9. This is probably going to be like that. This thing's stiff. The magazine's stiff. I'm going to tell you another problem that's going on is the action is dirty. And it's been sitting for 3 years, so here we go. I can't tell if I'm hitting it. And that's empty. So those are the 9 rounds that I had in there. This is the one that fed the first time. Let's see. Empty. So that works like crap. But what I am going to say about it is this. Oh, idiot. What a retard. Okay, so whoop. What I am going to say about it is this. How hard is it to pull that little screw out and knock that magazine out? That is a functioning rifle except for that magazine suck. At least legally I can play with it at the range. I can play with it at the range, and it ain't that hard to take the magazine out and make that gun work. Now I'll tell you a fun thing on that topic. Federal court judge in San Diego here a while back instituted what we call here Freedom Week. When he said that the entire body of law regarding the high capacity, standard capacity magazine in California is unconstitutional, null, and void. Fantastic. It didn't take a full 7 days for the Ninth Circuit, a bunch of communists, to say, that's not so, you gotta hold that so we can hear the case again. You know, shall not be infringed is not that hard to understand. And that's by anybody everywhere. Period, paragraph, in a story. It's not a cunning piece of linguistic gymnastics that the forefathers put in that. But for 6.5 days or so, however long it was, we were able to buy anything and everything we wanted. And those of us who were not smart enough to have standard capacity magazines in their inventory already had to pay a premium for ordering magazines. They say billions of magazines were sold. Millions, I don't know. Lots and lots and lots and lots. So I met some guy down at the gun store. I think his name was Joe or John or Jack or something like that. He was looking to offload some stuff and get some cash. I had a whole bunch of cash. I bought a whole bunch of cool stuff because during Freedom Week it was legal. So I've got all kinds of 30 round magazines for this, and like I say, how hard is it to back off a flathead screw? You know, even if the thing is pooled up with Loctite. So it can be made into a functioning rifle pretty quickly without much sweat. It didn't take a whole lot of fuss or muss to get this operating properly. I'm gonna grab some lube, pull this bolt carrier group out. I'll show you this. You'll love this. This is almost sinful that this gun got put away this way. That's gross. Yeah. So, let's set this down. What I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do, and we'll edit you back in. I'm gonna go grab a rag and some lube, and we'll clean that up a little bit and get it running right. Oh no! That's why that box smells like that. That's no bueno. Oh no! I don't think I have any lube. I got some grease. That'll work, but I'd like to put some wet lube on it, to be honest. Yeah, that's a lot of carbon buildup on there, I'll tell you what. I'm not doing myself any favors putting that gun up dirty, am I? It's, you should shoot your gun and know how it works. And that's going to start this whole process with this magazine thing again, because I know how my magazines work that I was using, but that bullet button stuff, that's absolutely illegal now. You know, what is wrong with these people that they think that this is a good idea? I saw a good one on Facebook. Was it a woman said I had an abortion and it was fabulous or something like that, and there was another woman standing there with an AR-15. She said, "Congratulations, your vagina has a higher death toll than my AR-15." That's the absolute truth, you know. Oh, there's a little left in there. A little bit of joy. A little bit of joy. Yeah, oh yeah, that's gross. That's not a little dirty, that's really dirty. You know, I thought I only put 2 rounds through this before I put it up. When they started all this new BS, this went from being a usable weapon platform to a box of parts. And putting them back together. By disassembled, I mean I took the 2 halves apart and stuck them in separate saves. I didn't, absolutely disassemble the gun. And part of the reason this is so sticky is I use TW25 lithium grease. That should be fine. Anyway, that's what I use. Oop, I missed the right spot there. Come on, baby. Don't fight with me. Alright. Some of the guys that are in the service were telling me on a firing range there'd be a guy going around with a big brush and a bucket full of CLP. Just slopping that stuff in the action. Get back to shooting. Sounds like something the military would do. Alright. So, we're going to close this. Back up until it's been a while since I... Oh yeah, I think that was the problem. So let's try this again. Down with that and hooked. You see that? Down with this door. I don't like that. There's like 2 rails in there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's empty around them, and that shouldn't be like that, because the damn things went. Ah, it just did it again. There we go. No, this is why we're out here. You practice with the stuff, learn how to use it. And like I say, and I am going to say, this is virtually useless with this magazine in here. But that's not the point of the magazine. The point of the magazine is to placate the libtards. And placating libtards doesn't work anymore. We'll pop this piece of shit out. And then we'll pacify libtards. I'll be honest with you. I'm too old for that bullshit. I ain't be running around shooting Chi-Coms. I think that's 10. Right, throw that in there. So, holding that, I'm going to push this down so that will lock. Yeah, that is 10. So, put that in there, thing up, like that. No. Nose again. So yeah, that thing does not like to. Yeah, it went in. It went in. I'll have to see about getting that magazine lined up in there properly. Let's shoot. I don't know if you heard that. That's a hit. It's 400 yards. Well, let's come down here. Those are 180 yards. Same. And it's empty again. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to pull you off the tripod and put you on the hat. Let's magically edit our way to that. So back we are. We're going to do this and do this, and I gotta try to remember to keep you guys lined up. 2, 3 bullets, 4 bullets, 5 bullets, 6 bullets, 6 bullets for the rifle, 7 bullets. Alright, let's stop doing that because that's retarded. Made me laugh though. Even if it was, that's 9. This should be 10. 10 bullets. Door closed. Magazine tension up. You can see that thing go up. Alright. There you go. I'm going to do it that way because that gives it a little more inertia. Let's kill that drum right there. How's that sound? Nice. And empty. Well, guys, it seems like I just need to clean the damn rifle, to be honest. That thing's kind of working. They go through and I might lower it a little bit because it seems, well, no, if it's nose diving, it needs to rock forward just a touch and maybe come up a bit. So I'll do some adjustments at the house and come out and play with it again. We'll have it in future videos, but here we are. We're back into the AR-15 game. Let's do it one more time, just for the fun of it. That was actually kind of cool. Thing down, that's down. Loading rounds. I have to be honest, this is kind of hard on my thumb, holding the whole gun up like this. And you know what? That's why we're here. I'm gonna put that underneath my arm. I'll get you back up on the tripod here shortly and show you what I'm talking about. But actually, the more I'm using this, it's starting to get easier. I think the plastic is that everything? Nope, still not there. I guess when you see that round in the top, then you know you're there, huh? this feed weird. It's holding it. Yep, one more round. See, I can stick my finger there. That's kind of cool. Alright. The little tricks you learn, right? Any job is like that. Like that. I'm going to use this. Whoop. Because it just gives it that little bit more inertia. And yeah, that's I'm used to doing this. I'm used to doing this, and that's a bad habit because your thumb does get smacked once in a while. But with this thing in the way, I can't do that anymore. I'm gonna have to learn to hold the gun like that. That's it. So there you go. Kind of cool. It's working now. I think maybe it was just a lube problem. Let's get you back on the thing. So underneath the arm, that's the trick. I'll tell you what, I said piece of junk. I don't really think that might, I think that might not be fair. I don't have enough time in with this to make that, but as I'm using it, it seems to be getting easier to use. The fact that my rifle is dirty has no help. That lube's getting into more places as we're shooting and helping things out, and that's it. So door up, turn on, get that gun going. Let's do that. Cool. That's not bad. And like I say, as you get used to it, it's not the worst thing in the world. Now, do I want to carry loose rounds with me when I'm hunting? No. I'm hunting chicons. Did it? Nope. It did that. Well, I'll tell you what, flip. The liberals can change law. They won't get a bullet still to it when it comes to these things. Not quite there. I think we got one more round. Yep. That's one more. Door up. Tension on. Whew. Alright. Let's hit something this time, huh? Let's go up to 400. Where's my target? I'll tell you, it's kind of hard to remember where the thing's at. You would have heard that hit that 200-yard gong if that other round hadn't gone off just now, but I saw it hit it, so. You know, that's not half bad. They say you're out hunting, you don't want to carry these rounds with you, but once you get used to the stupid thing, it's kind of cool. Well, not cool. It's really not cool. It's kind of stupid, really. But, Comp Mag. I'm really glad you guys came out with this. Again, it skirts the law, just barely, and I'm sure they'll write something that makes this illegal. This was 75 bucks at my local gun store. Your price may be a little different, I don't know. I'm sure it'll be under 100 bucks though. I don't know, so I will say that before we do this. Attention, right? You got to say that stuff so that you remember to do it. If I hadn't been saying that all those times, I would have absolutely forgot just now to put that tension on. Now something's wrong here. Failure to feed. And 400 again. Nice. That was a little low. That was a little to the left. So, alright guys. Woo, it's getting warm. Too cool. We're gonna call a video on that. Seems to not be raining anymore. At least the other people on the range weren't super loud. That's kind of cool. Oh boy. So, yeah, alright, well, there's the dealio, Dalio. Liberal laws can't keep up with ingenuity and American stick-to-itivism. Even though this is commie for you, this is still America. And America, baby. So, that being said, that's another video done and dusted. You guys have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one.